I've had no need to clear my driveway this winter. There is plenty to do. A room to paint and arrange. I've got some canning to do. A blanket to knit and my garden to plant. My pantry is well stocked and my freezer is full. I've got fresh greens growing under lights. And then I realized that I had to get out. Something was running out, something that I just had to have. I had to get the snowblower going after all. And what I absolutely couldn't do without may surprise you. Hi, and welcome to my homestead in New Brunswick. Thanks for dropping by. My name is Elizabeth. Would you believe that it was dishwasher detergent that drove me to get that snowblower going and clear my driveway so I could go to the store? I'm out of bread, but I've got yeast. I'm out of onions. Not good, but I think I can survive. I've sprained my knee, and it hurts like, well, you know what? The day I took possession of this house, I went back to the city and I bought a freezer and a dishwasher. I adopted the attitude, it's my house, I can do what I want. And a dishwasher, I want. So that's what I got. It's small, it's portable. I didn't have money to redo the kitchen or have it built in, but I wanted that dishwasher. There is no way that too much snow in my driveway is going to force me to wash dishes by hand. I hate washing dishes. It's right up there with scrubbing the bathtub. So let's go and get that snowblower going. I knew that I couldn't start the snowblower with the gas that was in the tank. It was unstabilized gas and had been there for over a year. I also knew that the best thing to do would be to siphon off the gas. And the last time I was in town, I should have got a siphon and I just didn't get it. I also knew there wasn't that much gas in the tank and I kind of hoped it was less than a quarter of a tank. I also knew that the old gas was actually in the engine and that was not going to be good for the engine. So even if I got it started with new gas and good gas, that old gas was still in the engine, and I knew that wasn't particularly good. I knew it could still give me trouble starting the engine. So as it turns out, there was probably about a quarter of a tank of gas in there. Now, you can get all sorts of information off the internet, but if you don't really know how to ask the question, sometimes it's really hard to get an answer. My question was, what was the ratio of old gas to stabilized gas? The best that I could find was 1 old gas to 3 new gas, but very few sites gave a ratio. They only said mixing the new with the old would stabilize the old. Since I guessed I had about a quarter of a tank, I was working with that ratio. 1 old gas to 3 1 old gas to 3 stabilized gas. And I figured that it was going to work. So I put the new gas in on top of the old gas. And then I moved the snowblower to the entrance of the garage. And while I did that, I made sure that I jiggled it up and down quite a number of times to make sure that it was well mixed. The next step was to try and start it. This snowblower that I have, I got it with an electric start. There's no way at my age I'm going to be pulling cords to try and start engines. My joints just can't handle that, but that's another story. So it has an electric start, which is helpful. But I did pull the cord, not hard, I just pulled it a couple times just to sort of get the engine parts moving a little bit. It had been sitting there for over a year, so I think it helped a little bit anyway. I don't know if it helped, but the engine did start. And for that, I'm grateful. Now, I can't tell because I've only used it twice if it was running a little loud. Certainly lots of black smoke came out at first, but it kept going. And that was the main thing. After that, it was easy. I was pleasantly pleased and surprised. I know so little about engines, and yeah, to get this one started and going and keep going and not appear to have too many terrible things happening with it was quite the relief. So I have to start the driveway by clearing the path from the garage to the driveway itself, which can be difficult. There's a lot of drifting snow in that area. But there's just no other way of getting the snowblower there. Otherwise, it doesn't take long to do the driveway. So there I was going back and forth, the camera sitting in the carport filming me. And I didn't turn it on. I was performing for an inert camera. When I was done, I went over to the camera and it wasn't on. And I thought I must have run it for the max clip length and it shut itself off. But no, I actually didn't. I actually just didn't turn the camera on. So I did film the very end, and you'll see that shortly. But otherwise, yeah, it only took me. It took me a total of an hour between the time I went out to try and start it until I finished. And the worst part was the end of the driveway, but that wasn't unexpected, and that was from the snowplow. There were some chunks of ice and the snow was a lot more compacted. But I got really lucky. The snow was actually really light. We haven't had any freezing and thawing, so there was no layer of ice on top. It was nice and light and powdery. So the job was quite easy. Now, I like to do straight out to the road and then do an offshoot to one side so that I can pull the car in forward because I like to back it into the driveway. I don't like the idea of backing out of my driveway onto a highway. So, all told, an hour. It was just such a breeze to do. I love having the snowblower. I did it. I did it. It was rough. I could tell that the gas was not exactly the best. But it's in there, for better or for worse. I'm kind of hoping that I'll have another snowstorm so that I can do it again and get the better gas going through it and get it out. But I'm probably going to have it serviced in the summer. Anyway, I can now leave and go and get my dishwasher detergent. What a relief. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.